Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and you guys can see the garage is pretty clean now. I just finally cleaned up the garage and we're gonna go ahead and put the cars back in. But first we're gonna have to wash them first, and then we'll bring these two in. And then I'm gonna wash this car today and try to buff out this paint and see how well we could get it. So these corners right here aren't really well made and the tab here broke, but I tried double side taping it and it didn't work. So we're gonna wash the car first, let it dry, let it be clean, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try to double side tape like a bunch of this. I did like little spots only, but I don't think that's enough to kind of hold up this piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay double side tape all around here and here, and then see if that's strong enough to finally hold it. This side came out too, so I peeled it all off already, and I'm gonna try to lay it all right here as well, and then just slap it on, and hopefully we'll have more contact surface space to actually stay on the bumper, and that should be good. But I'm not gonna take off the bumper to do that. It's way too much work to take off the bumper. And then another thing I fixed was the gap on this hood. If you guys remember in the last video, I forgot to put this trim on, and now that the trim is on, you can't really tell with the gap now, and it looks a lot better. So really happy with that. I think it looks super good now. You can't even tell that there's much of a gap because of that, and it looks really good. So happy about that. So I think it's time to finally throw this bumper away. I think I got everything that I needed off of it, and just gonna have to cut it into pieces to throw into the trash can. Let's go ahead and wash all of these cars and then get started with this one. Super excited to see how this paint's gonna look like after I buff it, and I'm gonna do the whole car, so hopefully it looks brand new again. Alright guys, the Celica and the Corolla is washed up nice and clean. I'm gonna pull up the CT a little bit higher into the shade so that I can actually do it without being in the sun. But then let's look at the cars first. They're nice and clean now. Once I'm done with my CT, then I'll put these cars in, and the Corolla looks really good. But yeah, let's go ahead and move this up. And I started to kind of clay bar this already, and it's feeling a lot smoother. There's all these scratches though, so that's what the polish will get out. But let's go ahead and remove all of this dirt and grime on this car, and then we can start polishing it. And then this just pop out. Let me try to pop that back in. All right guys, the car is fully sanded down. I sanded the hood, the bumper, and the whole car because I want to buff the whole thing. But I only did the car with 3000 just to get like minor scratches out. And as you guys can see, it got a lot of the scratches out already. It's a nice even haze. It's already nice. So once I polish it, it's gonna look even better. I didn't go too hard on the paint, and so you guys can see it's not like an even haze that I want, but I think it should be okay. I really don't want to burn through the clear coat just because I didn't do too thick of a layer on both of them, because I didn't do too thick of a layer on each layer that I did. So this should be good enough. I just want it to look good. I don't need it to be perfect. It is a daily. For some reason, this keeps popping out, and that kind of bugs me. So I'll figure something else out. I don't know how I'm gonna mount it. Might have to, I don't know. Gonna have to try to fix that. I know if I could lift the bumper, it'll go in more, but this tab is just not really sticking to the other tab. So we'll figure that out. So you can see the hood is a little smoother now. You can see all of the imperfections here, but I think we'll be okay. We're gonna go ahead and just buff that and see how it looks like. Like I said, I don't want to burn through the clear coat, so we're gonna do that. And then the rest of the car looks real good. So I did a roof and everything. And here's the old damage on the roof, guys. It looks a little better now. Not as noticeable. So this car is definitely far from perfect, so that's why I don't really care for it to look like perfect on the paint either. I think if it's too good, I don't really want to daily it, and it is my daily, so it's gonna get beat up anyways. But we do want it to look as good as possible. And here's the rear bumper, same thing, not a perfect haze, but we're gonna go ahead and buff that and see how it looks like, and hopefully everything turns out good. So I'll show you guys after I buff. I am running out of time because it's gonna get hot, so I want to do it before the sun gets to this side of the house. So let's go ahead and buff it, and hopefully everything turns out good. I still have some stuff to do here, so we're gonna go ahead and fix that bumper. I need some stuff that I need to do underneath, and then we'll detail it. Alright guys, so we just did the hood. I did part of this front bumper and the fender and this door. Jeffrey did the roof for me. As you guys can see, the roof is pretty shiny now. There's still a lot of scratches, but you know, like I said, I'm not too worried about it. Just wanted the paint to be even and smooth. If you can see, this door is still kind of hazy, but then this door is nice and shiny now. Kind of looks the same, but it has like a nicer tone to it now. You can really tell with the fender. So the fender is just really nice and glossy now. So this hood is not perfect, like I said. You still see a lot of imperfections, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to polish it and see what else I could do. So far it's okay. It's a little bit matte now, but that's just kind of how it is. Because of the reaction. So let me go ahead and just continue. Just want to kind of show you guys an update, and it's looking pretty good. So on camera it looks really good, which is nice, but just want to make this car a little shinier than it was originally, and let's go ahead and do that. All right guys, so after buffing it, I just couldn't stand that it wasn't as shiny as I wanted it to be. So I went back and I sanded it again, and you can see it's now a more even haze, and it looks a lot better now. There's still imperfections that I'm scared to kind of go through, because I feel like if I do it, it might blow through the clear coat. But I went ahead and sanded this whole thing down. Now it's a nice even haze, because the front bumper is okay. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that, but the rear bumper is not good at all. And let me show you guys. So it's still the same, and you can see very orange peely. All right, the car is finally done, and you can see the hood is a little shinier, but it is definitely not perfect, like I said. But the rest of the car looks really good. You can see it's nice and shiny now, and the reflection is really good. Let's look at that. I'm really happy with that. The rear bumper, I decided to not sand it again and just leave it orange peely like this. I think it'll be okay. So it looks really good though. The back here looks good, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Don't really want to mess it up. Happy with this. Look at that. I'm gonna take it outside and then give it a full wash again, but before I do that, let me go ahead and vacuum the inside, clean up everything else, and then we should be done for this car. Let me try to fix this too, and I have that bottom panel that I need to add to, so let me go ahead and do all that, and then we should be good. All right guys, so it's a new day, and I was researching online, and a lot of people use this Turtle Wax scratch repair and renew, and they have really good results with this. So I went and bought it. I got it at O'Reilly's, and it's done wonders to the hood. So let me show you guys this side. So you guys can see here, I did this half here already, and it got rid of like a lot of the scratches that was in here. And I had a bunch of vertical scratches, I think from the sandpaper that I use, but it really gave it a deeper shine to it. So you guys can see here from this fender, it's a lot darker now, so I'm gonna have to do the whole car again, but it's really turned this paint job a lot better. This side, I just hit it with it, so let's go ahead and wipe it down, and let me show you guys how shiny it is now. And look at it, you can see my reflection so much better than before. Before you couldn't really see it, and it kind of got rid of some of the orange peel as well, but now it's really smooth. This area, of course, is pretty messed up. Yeah, it's like the fine finish that it's finer than your polish though, huh? That polish wasn't really doing it for this car. And then my rear bumper too, it still has a lot of haze that, like, I think I should have used compound on it, but let me wipe it down. All right, and there's the hood. Man, you can actually see a reflection now, which is so much better. Before, I didn't even have that. And to be honest, I was getting kind of sad about this paint job because it looked really good straight off the gun. And now it's starting to look good again. So I'm actually going to hit the bumper. I'm actually going to hit the hood one more time just to see if I get the really fine scratches out. They're almost gone, and this paint is so smooth now. Of course, if we look closely here, there's the imperfections, guys. And that's the middle of this hood. So it kind of sucks, but man, it looks so much better. Look at that, you can actually see the tree now. Before, it was not that shiny. Look at that. Oh my gosh, really good, guys. So let me do, maybe we'll do this fender. Let me do half of this fender, and then we'll compare it to the other side. So I'll do this front part right here. And you can see here, kind of have this weird scratch right here. So we'll see if it takes that out too. That kind of just happened. I don't know where that happened from, but I think we should be okay. All right, guys, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I ended it right where this scratch was. But can't really tell on camera. You could kind of see it, but this just looks so much deeper. And then let's go there, so you can see all of like the dirtiness, the haziness. It kind of gets rid of all that, and then it just becomes so much cleaner. Look at that. So it looks really good, and you can kind of tell right there as I go in. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe hit the hood one more time, try to do the rear bumper, and I'll probably do the rest of the car another day just because I'm running out of daylight. I'm just really glad this hood came back to life, and I want to hit that rear bumper. You can still see a lot of scratches on this, so I really want to hit this, see all of the haziness that didn't really come out. So I really want to hit this rear bumper, and then should be good. But yeah, let me go ahead and finish up this hood one more time, and we'll see how it looks like afterwards, and then we'll just continue to go from there. Okay, I just did a rear bumper, and you can see it has a lot of orange peel, but it's a lot shinier. And if you look at this side, super hazy still. Look at that. So we have a lot of haze here, and then it starts clearing up right there. So it looks really good. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead and finish up this rear bumper, and I'll show you guys how shiny this bumper is now. A lot of orange peel, guys, but it looks good. Far away especially, like that, can't even tell. But just wanted to make it a deeper shine, and really happy with these results. It's looking really good. All right, guys, just finished this side too, and look at that. All of that haze is gone, and it's so shiny now. Looks so much better. So I don't have time. I'll do the rest of the car another day, and I'm actually looking forward to that. But let's look at the hood again. Man, the hood finally looks good again, guys. Super happy about that. Look at this reflection. So looks really good. I think I'm gonna have to hit the front bumper. I'm gonna do the whole car once again, but what I need to fix is this. It's been bugging me as I drive. So this thing's been loosey-goosey. Oh shoot. And I need to pull it off so that I could figure out how to adjust it. I don't know how it is because there's no Allen screws or anything. It's just a ball. So I'm gonna have to pop it off and see how I can make it tighter again, because I've been driving without a mirror. Every time I drive it's that way. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we should be good for tonight. I don't know where this video is going, but it's just an update on the CT. Really happy with this. Gonna try to buff out the car once again, and you can see that there. So it's so much darker than that side, but it looks good. Let me wipe all this too, so you can see. So you can see that. See, hit this, and it just gives it such a darker look to it than the rest of the paint. So you can't really tell too much, but it gives it a deeper shine, and that looks really good. All right, let me go ahead and figure that out, and I'll show you guys maybe how to fix it if yours is doing the same thing, but hopefully it's fixable. All right, I removed it, and it just seems to be like a ball. So I'm not really sure how I could tighten it, but I'm gonna go ahead and double check it, see what I could do. You guys can see here, it's just another ball. So it just kind of sits in there, and I don't really know how to tighten it. Maybe I could add some like glue to it or something, and it'll make it a little bit tighter. So let me go ahead and try that, but I don't know. I wish there was a screw or something that could make it tighter. What I did was just put some RTV in here and kind of made like a thicker sealant. It's all dry now. I let it dry overnight, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to put it on, and hopefully it makes it stiffer. So let's see if it works, and then let me go ahead and install it. Can't really show you guys because I can't really do it one-handed, but let me put it in, and then we'll see. All right, so that didn't work. It just kind of peeled right off real easily. So what I'm gonna do is add some RTV to it, and then just stick it on and let it dry like that. But you guys can see here, I'm pretty sure it's cracked on both ends, and I think that's why it's so loose. So in order to fix that, I'm just gonna go ahead and add some RTV, and then put it on there and see if it helps with anything. If I could get it to just sit there, I think I'll be okay with that, because I'm mainly the only one driving this car anyways, but should be okay. And let's see if that helps instead of making it dry and then putting it on, because it's pretty tight. So I think if I do that, it'll kind of create a better seal, and then maybe once I move it around, it should be okay. As you guys can see here, it's cracked on both ends, and I'm pretty sure that's why it's loose. So I don't know if I could get another seal, but I might have to just get a whole new mirror later on. Maybe I'll get one with the reverse camera and just replace this one with it, and then should be okay. But for now, I kind of need it to just be there. I've been driving without it, and it's kind of nice because you get this whole view here, but it really sucks to drive without be able to see behind you. Let me go ahead and add some RTV to this, stick it on, and then hopefully it fixes it. Okay, just added some fresh RTV on here, and let's go ahead and stick it on. Let me go ahead and adjust it, and then I'll put it back on. All right, seems to be holding up pretty good, and let me let it dry, and hopefully it's okay the way it is. And then let me show you guys what else I have to fix on this car, and it recently just kind of happened. It's due to the window again. Let me show you guys real quick. So I was going to work, and I noticed something flapping around, and it was this side trim piece for this window right here. And I'm so glad that it didn't fly off, because I really didn't want to buy it again. But for some reason it's not really holding well, so I'm going to add some gasket to this as well, some RTV, and hopefully it'll hold it down a little better. I don't know what's going on, so I think these might just not be clipped on well, or they might be broken, as you guys can see there. So I'm just gonna add some RTV to it. Yeah, they're all broken, and then it should hold it down a little better. I think that side's okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on with some RTV. Maybe check that side as well. Really don't want these to fly off, and I wanted to hold it down well, so let me go ahead and do that. Okay, just added some RTV to the tabs instead, so that I could slide these in. And you can see here, this is the one that's broken. The piece is still on there, so I just added some RTV to that too. Kind of ghetto, but let's go ahead and slap it on, and hopefully it stays. I don't plan on removing this anytime soon, so it just needs to stay where it's at, and we should be good. Okay, so the tabs just slide in like that, and should be good. Everything is in now. And hopefully that should be good. I think I'm gonna tape it so that it actually stays down. You guys can see there, kind of pops up. Or maybe I should be okay. I think I'll be fine. Once it dries, it should kind of hold it together, but I'll probably tape it down anyways. Let me clean all this and then we'll tape it down. Let me check this side too. Yeah, this side's okay. It's not loose or anything. And hopefully it's okay. Tighten all that and we should be good. All right, hopefully everything's good now. So I'm just glad that everything is back together. This whole car is one piece again, and hopefully everything stays good. That was kind of a ghetto fix, but if your CT is doing the same thing, maybe you could just add some RTV to that. And this side is just not wanting to stick, so I might add some more double side tape to it. And you guys can see I scraped it the other day right here. Or no, I didn't. Feels kind of weird. But yeah, so let me go ahead and add some more RTV to this. And I really want it to stay on. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine, having these panels not stay. So let me add some more double side tape, not RTV. And we'll try to get this to stick. All right, so I added some ghetto amount of double side tape to here and here again. And it seems to be holding without any resistance. If not, I'm just gonna keep piling it on. These double side tape, like no matter how well you clean, if they don't want to stick, they won't stick. And when they do, they just don't want to come off. So everything is pretty good now. This whole car is finally complete in one piece. I believe I got everything on. There is one last thing that I need to do, but it's not really part of the car. It's just putting my rear view camera back on and putting my dash cam back on. So next time I'm gonna try to put an actual Prius rear view camera onto here, but then wire it so that's always on, so you get that rear view recording as well. Show you guys how to do that. I'm pretty excited for that because the OEM camera is such a better quality than the ones you get on like eBay and stuff. The one I have is like really trash, and so I really want to do that. So stay tuned for that, guys. And I'm just glad this car is finally done, back in one piece. And it feels amazing to just drive this car again. It saves so much more gas. I put $30 in my FJ and it was a quarter, and $30 pretty much fills up this car, and I get a whole week with that. So I still want to do a lot of stuff to this, but we're going to work on a new project now, guys. And this is something that I think I've been holding off for way too long, and I hope you guys are excited too. So stay tuned for the next video, guys. It's going to be my next project car that I'm going to try to get up and running, and hopefully by the end of the year it at least has some type of stuff done to it. But yeah, stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Peace.